EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw from on the slant. This is Chark. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run on first down. Marion. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs 16.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Fromm. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to offense.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his running back, Evans. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Fromm. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep route.
Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and it was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flipping over to the other side, the offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Past the 20. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Throwing is from Hopkins on the grab over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 44. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line.
44, Mike, 44. Target.
Here's Fromm to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 34. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
10 at the 34-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first. And that often...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Micah Kaiser. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Another carry.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Flushed out right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was...
This is caught inside the 15. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Kansas City.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll throw on first down with Fromm. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down. At the 28.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On first down, Marion. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Stick from the gun. Flush to his right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll run on first down with Marion. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Forced out to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun throw for Stick. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To the sideline.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Stick back to pass. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Stick looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes going to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 9 brings up second down at the 44-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
First down, Kansas City.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right. Not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
1st and 10, Stick. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Shark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st, and it'll bring up 3rd down now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Now Stick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
A yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
21. Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Williams to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Mahomes to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Second down, Wilkinson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Today's final score, Jaguars.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Jags, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they will fall to 1-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.